Every year after 60, millions of adults begin to feel their legs weaken. Standing up from a chair feels heavier. Climbing stairs takes longer. And somewhere deep down, many start to worry, is this how it begins? Am I slowly losing my independence? The truth is, what most people see as aging is often something else entirely: muscle loss caused by inactivity. When we stop challenging our muscles, they quietly shrink, the joints stiffen, and our balance fades. It doesn't happen overnight. It creeps in, little by little, until simple movements feel like effort. But here's the good news: you can reverse it. Science now shows that even after 70, our muscles can rebuild faster than anyone once believed. The key isn't heavy weights or long workouts. It's about waking the right muscles in the right way, and yes, you can do it safely right in your living room, sitting on the very chair you're in now. In today's video, we'll go through 5 gentle chair exercises proven to reactivate strength, restore balance, and reignite confidence in your body. No gym, no equipment, no excuses, just your chair and a few minutes each morning. So, grab a sturdy chair, settle in, and let's get started on rebuilding the foundation of your strength, one movement at a time. Number 1. Chair squats. Think about how many times a day we sit down and stand back up from the breakfast table, from the couch, even from bed. It's one of the most basic movements we do, yet it's also one of the first that becomes difficult with age. That's because this single motion relies on the very muscles that keep us independent: the thighs, hips, and glutes. When these muscles weaken, everything from walking to climbing stairs begins to feel heavier, and balance becomes less certain. Let's change that. Right now, with a simple move you can master in minutes. Sit on the edge of a sturdy chair, feet flat and hip-width apart. Keep your back straight, eyes looking forward, and cross your arms gently over your chest. Now inhale deeply, press your heels into the floor, and slowly rise to standing. No pushing with your hands. Once you're upright, exhale and lower yourself just as slowly until you almost touch the seat. Don't sit down completely. Hover there for a second. You'll feel your legs and hips engage, working in harmony. That brief hover is where the magic happens. It strengthens the quadriceps in the front of your thighs, the glute muscles that support your hips, and the deep stabilizers that protect your knees. The motion also pumps blood back toward your heart, what scientists call the muscle pump effect, sending fresh oxygen to your brain and waking your nervous system for the day ahead. The secret is control, not speed. Take 3 seconds to stand, and 3 to lower. Move slowly enough that your muscles, not momentum, are doing the work. If you notice yourself pushing off your thighs or plopping back into the chair, it's a sign you're relying on leverage instead of strength. Instead, keep your chest proud and your core gently tight, as if you're lifting yourself with intention. Many of my older patients are amazed by how quickly they notice results. Within 2 weeks of doing this daily, their legs feel steadier when stepping off curbs, their posture improves, and even their energy levels rise. One woman in her 70s told me she finally stopped grabbing furniture for balance just from practicing these chair squats every morning. And science backs it up. A 2021 study from the University of Tokyo found that adults over 65 who performed controlled chair squats for only 10 minutes a day increased leg strength by 22% and improved their overall balance by nearly 20%. That's a powerful return on a few minutes of focused effort. So, if you've ever thought your legs were too old to rebuild, think again. Strength doesn't vanish with age, it just waits to be reawakened. And once those muscles remember their purpose, it's time to move up the chain, teaching your knees and hips to work together again through gentle, rhythmic motion. Number 2, seated knee lifts. As your legs regain strength, the next step is to teach them coordination, that smooth connection between your hips, knees, and core that keeps you steady when walking or standing from a low seat. Most of us don't realize how quickly this coordination fades after years of sitting or moving less. But it's not gone. It's simply dormant, waiting for a small daily challenge to bring it back. Start by sitting tall on a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the ground and your hands resting lightly on the sides of the seat. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, lift your right knee slowly toward your chest, not too high, just enough to feel your lower belly tighten. Hold for 3 seconds, then lower gently and switch to the other leg. Move slowly, alternating sides like a steady march. You should feel the muscles in your thighs, hips, and core working together in one smooth rhythm. What's happening inside your body is more powerful than it looks. Each lift engages the hip flexors, small but vital muscles deep in the pelvis that connect your legs to your spine. They act like hinges, controlling every step and stabilizing your balance. When these muscles are weak or inactive, the brain receives slower feedback about where your legs are, making it harder to react if you stumble or turn suddenly. That's where the hip flexor activation mechanism comes in. When you repeatedly lift your knees in a slow, deliberate pattern, your brain and muscles begin talking again, rebuilding what scientists call neuromuscular coordination. Think of it as sharpening the body's internal GPS. According to movement studies, this process enhances the speed and accuracy of your reflexes and the split-second reactions that prevent falls. Many people make one common mistake here: they lift their knees too fast or slam their feet back down. That not only reduces the benefit, but can irritate the lower back. The right approach is gentle and rhythmic. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you lower. If you notice tension in your shoulders or neck, you're trying too hard, relax. Slow down and let your breathing guide the motion. After a few sessions, you may notice something remarkable. Your legs feel lighter when you walk, your balance steadier when turning, and your posture naturally straighter. One of my patients once described it perfectly. It's like my legs remember how to listen again. Researchers describe this as hip flexor activation, a phenomenon that directly improves how your brain coordinates with your muscles. Every time you lift your knee, electrical signals travel faster along the motor pathways that control movement precision. Over time, this helps reprogram your balance system, enhancing both strength and mental focus. With your hips and knees now moving in harmony, it's time to strengthen the outer support of the side muscles that keep your body stable during every turn and step. Number 3, side leg extensions. By now, your legs and hips are beginning to move as one. But stability isn't just about forward motion. Real balance comes from the small side muscles, the ones that keep you upright when you turn, reach, or step sideways to catch yourself. These muscles are often ignored, yet they quietly decide whether a stumble becomes a simple correction or a dangerous fall. To activate them, sit tall on a sturdy chair with your back straight and feet planted firmly on the floor. Rest your hands gently on the sides of the seat. Slowly lift one leg out to the side, keeping your knee straight and your toes pointing forward. Move only as far as feels comfortable, then hold for 2 seconds before bringing the leg back in. Repeat 10 times on one side, then switch. You should feel a gentle tightening along the outside of your hip and thigh. That's the gluteus medius and tensor fasciae latae, the key muscles that stabilize your pelvis during movement. This motion might look simple, but inside your body, something remarkable happens. When you move your leg outward, tiny nerve endings in the hip send feedback to your brain about the position of your body in space. This is what scientists call neuromuscular control of your brain's ability to sense, adjust, and coordinate every subtle movement. After 60, this system naturally slows down, which is why even confident walkers can feel wobbly on uneven ground. But targeted exercises like this one retrain that connection, sharpening your internal sense of balance. Most people make the mistake of kicking too fast or leaning their torso to one side. Doing so transfers the effort away from the stabilizing muscles and into the lower back. Instead, think of moving your leg through water slowly, steady, and controlled. Keep your upper body completely still while your leg does the work. With regular practice, you'll notice everyday tasks like turning to reach a shelf or stepping sideways to avoid an obstacle feel smoother and safer. Many older adults who incorporate side extensions into their morning routine report not only better balance, but also less hip stiffness and improved posture. Studies in motor neuroscience highlight that side leg extensions reawaken neuromuscular control, the coordination network between your brain and muscles. This pathway plays a critical role in fall prevention and stability after 60. As these signals grow stronger, your reflexes become quicker and your confidence in movement naturally returns. One of my patients, Mrs. Lawrence, a 72-year-old retired teacher, used to tell me she felt uneasy every time she turned too quickly in her kitchen. She had strong legs from years of walking. Yet, whenever she reached sideways for something, her body swayed like she'd lost her sense of control. We started adding these side leg extensions to her daily routine of slow, steady movements while seated on her dining chair. At first, she could barely lift her leg more than a few inches without tipping her torso. But within 3 weeks, her movements grew smoother, and she began feeling that quiet strength around her hips. "It's strange," she told me. "I don't even think about catching myself anymore. My body just does it." That's neuromuscular control in action, the invisible teamwork between the brain and the muscles. Now that your side stabilizers are awake, it's time to focus on your foundation, the feet and calves that power every step and keep your circulation flowing strong. Number 4, standing heel raises. When the hips and thighs begin working together again, the next key is to reconnect with your sense of balance, and that starts from the feet upward. Our feet contain more nerve endings than almost any other part of the body, constantly sending information to the brain about where we are standing, how much pressure we're placing, and whether we're tilting forward or back. But as we age, those tiny sensors grow less responsive, and the messages they send slow down. That's when stumbles and missteps become more frequent. Heel raises are one of the simplest and most powerful ways to restore that connection. Stand behind a sturdy chair, holding the back lightly with both hands. Keep your feet shoulder-width apart, your posture tall, and your gaze straight ahead. Inhale deeply, then lift your heels slowly until you're standing on your toes. Hold for 2 seconds, feeling the calves tighten and the weight shift to the balls of your feet. Exhale as you lower your heels gently to the ground. Repeat 10 to 15 times. Each time you lift your heels, your calf muscles, the gastrocnemius and soleus contract, acting like miniature pumps that push blood upward through your veins. This not only strengthens your lower legs, but also improves circulation and helps prevent that heavy, sluggish feeling in the feet that many older adults experience after sitting or standing too long. The controlled up and down motion also retrains your ankles to respond more quickly to shifts in position. Be careful not to rush or bounce. Many people instinctively push up too quickly or drop their heels with a thud, which can strain the Achilles tendon and reduce the exercise's effectiveness. The goal is smooth, fluid movement. Think of it as rising gracefully rather than lifting abruptly. After a few weeks, you'll begin to notice small but powerful changes. Your footing feels surer. When you step off a curb or reach to the side, your body adjusts naturally without overcorrecting. That's because your brain and feet are speaking clearly again. This exercise directly enhances what scientists call proprioception, the body's ability to sense its position in space. When proprioception improves, your nervous system reacts faster to keep you balanced, even on uneven surfaces or in the dark. A strong proprioceptive system reduces the risk of falls by teaching the brain to anticipate movement rather than react to it. With your foundation now solid and responsive, it's time to bring relaxation and circulation to the upper body, the final step in creating a morning routine that awakens strength from head to toe. Number 5, arm and shoulder circles. After waking up the legs, hips, and ankles, it's time to free the upper body. the area that often tightens overnight and limits deep breathing. Many people don't realize that stiff shoulders can reduce oxygen flow to the brain and even cause morning fatigue. When we spend long hours sitting or sleeping curled forward, our chest collapses and our lungs never fully expand. Restoring that movement is the secret to feeling awake and mentally sharp. Sit tall or stand behind your chair with your arms relaxed by your sides. Inhale slowly as you lift your shoulders toward your ears. Then roll them back and down in a smooth circle. Let your chest open naturally as you move. After 5 slow rolls backward, reverse the direction, rolling the shoulders forward with the same calm rhythm. Next, extend your arms outward and draw small circles in the air, gradually making them wider. Breathe deeply with each motion in through your nose, out through your mouth, and feel your rib cage expand. This simple sequence loosens the trapezius and deltoid muscles, increases blood flow to the neck and head, and improves posture by gently opening the chest. As circulation improves, oxygen levels in the brain rise, boosting alertness and focus. Over time, this also reduces tension headaches and stiffness in the upper back. Many people rush through these circles or lift their shoulders too high, creating tension instead of release. The key is softness. Imagine your arms moving through warm water, steady and relaxed. Within just a few minutes, your breath deepens, your upper body feels lighter, and you may even sense a quiet mental clarity spreading through your head. This isn't just physical relaxation. It's a neurological reset. Scientists describe this as stretch-induced endorphin release when muscles stretch gently. The brain releases endorphins, natural chemicals that elevate mood, increase alertness, and reduce pain sensitivity. That's why after a few shoulder rolls, you might notice not just looser joints, but a subtle feeling of optimism and energy. It's your body rewarding movement with calm. As you finish, let your arms rest naturally at your sides. Take one more deep breath and enjoy the sense of warmth flowing through your body. These 5 chair exercises don't just rebuild strength, they restore confidence, stability, and vitality from the ground up. Now that you've completed the routine, let's take a quick moment to remember what your body just accomplished. You began by standing up and sitting down through chair squats, the movement that rebuilt your lower body foundation and reminded your thighs and hips how to carry you with strength. Then, with seated knee lifts, you taught your legs and core to coordinate again, restoring the rhythm that keeps every step steady. Next came side leg extensions, small but powerful moves that reawakened the stabilizing muscles along your hips, the silent protectors that keep you upright when life throws off your balance. You followed that with heel raises, reconnecting the nerves in your feet and ankles that tell your brain exactly where you stand. And finally, you finished with arm and shoulder circles, opening your chest, releasing tension, and flooding your body with fresh oxygen and endorphins to start the day clear-headed and calm. Each of these 5 exercises works together like a symphony: legs building strength, hips guiding movement, feet grounding balance, and shoulders freeing the breath. They don't just keep you mobile, they keep you independent. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for your coffee, sit tall on your chair and give yourself these few minutes again. With every slow, mindful motion, you'll feel your body grow stronger, your posture straighter, and your confidence rise a little higher. Age may change how we move, but it will never take away our ability to rebuild what matters most: stability, vitality, and freedom.